Hello, my viewers, and welcome back to my channel. I welcome you to a candid conversation about Vice President Kamala Harris and the controversy surrounding her ancestry. Now, recently, Candice Owens did some digging and uncovered discrepancies in Harris's narrative, leaving many questioning the validity of her claims. Now, at the center of the debate is Harris's relationship with her black grandmother, who it turns out may not even be her biological relative. Now, this revelation has sparked skepticism about Harris's authenticity and her connection to the black community. Candice Owens' deep dive into Harris's history has exposed potential inconsistencies, including her association with influential figures and her rise to prominence. Some argue that Harris's background and relationships have been misrepresented or exaggerated for political gain. So with that said, join the discussion as we take a look into the complexities surrounding Kamala Harris's ancestry and the implications of Candice Owens' findings. Take a look at the videos. I will be right back.
So I'm only mentioning this because there are so many black Americans who are determined to vote for Kamala Harris just because she's black. So after Janet Jackson questioned Kamala's race, Candice Owens decided to do a full-blown investigation on Kamala Harris' race, and turns out the black person in her family, her paternal grandmother, who she has a picture with in her book, the person she has a picture with in her book is not even her real grandmother. That's not even the real grandmother. The real grandmother apparently passed away before she even was born. What is happening in America? Why is Kamala Harris a liar? What is happening? Why are you guys going to vote for this liar? I don't even care if she's black or whatever, her race is. Don't vote for this lady. Why? Someone enlighten me. Someone tell me why you guys are so determined to vote for this person. Jeez, you guys.
Around the clock every day to get that ceasefire deal done and bring the hostages home. So I respect your voices, but we are here to now talk about this race in 2024.
I say that this still won't be enough because this isn't the first time that Kamala Harris has said this, right? She said this during press conferences on more than one occasion. She has said this in the middle of interviews on more than one occasion in video format and in newsprint. She has said this, and yet they still continue with the chaos and the heckling and with the attacking of not only Kamala Harris, but the attacking of black people who are choosing to vote for Kamala Harris. I've said for months now that that movement is anti-black, and people are really starting to see it, especially after the young lady in the green shirt did her couple of videos. Their disrespectful tones, their dismissiveness of the plight of black people in the United States, their dismissiveness of other marginalized groups who are also battling white supremacy and racism in this country, trying to hold on to their rights. Yeah, dismissing all that and want all of us to dismiss it, to uplift just their community. And that tone that they use, as if black people are ignorant and don't understand their plight or their own plight. Yeah, very anti-black. So like I said, that still won't be enough. They will continue with the performance. They will continue the heckling. They will continue all it is that they're doing on this platform because they want to be seen. They only want their voices heard. So, shout out to Kamala Harris. I'll see y'all later.
Certain is Kamala never in a million years thought that anyone would do their homework about what she's written in her book or about what she said, ever. But today, Candice 10,000% read her all the way down to the ground and went into a full-blown deep dive. And I know Kamala got to be shaking in her boots because, truth be told, black women were Kamala's target audience and her only saving grace, because in mass, no one else was even thinking about voting for her for real. Like in mass, no one else. And now that we are seeing, not we, because I was never on her train, but now since the mass amounts of black women are coming out and being like, no, you've lied about this, you lied about that, you do not have the black community at the forefront of your campaign, and you're not going to do anything for the black community, per her words. And at the end of the day, black women really have been carrying the black community on their shoulders for a very long time, and we don't want to anymore. And under democratic laws and local governments, that's where we've been, and we no longer want to do that. It's over. Like, none of us should be voting for people based on their skin color or based on the fact that, oh, well, Trump is racist. So what? So has, allegedly, so has every other president before him been. So if he is, so what? And so is she, allegedly. So what are we talking about? We gotta stop being so emotional and look at what's right in front of our face. We got to look at what's right in front of our face, no matter what they look like, no matter what the media is saying, because we know who's in charge of all the media, right? So whoever they're boosting out in front of the media is going to serve their agenda. And we know who controls the media, correct? Okay, I don't have to say it. Okay. But baby, it's over. And I believe that the people that's controlling everything, war, banks, media, all the industries, I believe they know it and they see it. And I think, allegedly, that is why they have committed to poking the bear. And you know who the bear is, okay? It's that bear over there in Russia. That bear. And the only way to keep this regime in the office is by starting a war. They're poking the bear, y'all. And I'm just hoping and praying that the bear does not bite. Just please let it ride until elections. We got about 1 month. Let it ride. You heard? This is gonna be crazy. But y'all, at this point, I don't think people in real life are voting for Kamala. For the most part, I don't think people in like real life are voting for her. I think it's all media boosting to make it seem like there's all these people on her side, when indeed, no. Allegedly.
Now, a recent claim by conservative commentator Candice Owens has sparked a new controversy around Vice President Kamala Harris's black grandmother. Kamala Harris with the woman she says was her black grandmother. Owens, known for her provocative stances, has raised questions about the authenticity of Harris's portrayal of her family history, particularly focusing on a photograph Harris allegedly took with her grandmother. During a recent broadcast, Owens delved into what she describes as a shocking discrepancy in Kamala Harris's genealogical narrative. According to Owens, Kamala Harris's grandmother, as presented in various public narratives, including Harris's own book, passed away before Harris was even born. Yet a photograph circulated by Harris and her team purportedly shows Harris with the same grandmother when Harris was roughly in her 20s. So who then is this woman? Now, Owens presented what she claims are birth and unaliving certificates, aiming to prove that Kamala's supposed grandmother passed away years before Harris was even born and could therefore not be the woman in the pic. Now, Kamala Harris's heritage has been a point of discussion ever since Donald Trump infamously claimed at a panel with the NABJ that Harris somehow turned black after promoting her career achievements as the first for an Indian woman. Now, the discussion about the racial identity of Kamala Harris once again ignited when Janet Jackson was asked about her position on the upcoming election and the potential for the first black woman to be elected. Well, you know what they supposedly say. Janet replied, "She's not black. That's what I heard, that she's Indian." Now, Jackson faced significant backlash on social media. I posted that video with some users expressing disappointment and criticism over her remarks. Now, some accused her of promoting right-wing conspiracy theories of misinformation regarding Kamala Harris's ethnicity. Now, as of this writing, no official response or clarification has come from Harris or her team regarding Owen's allegations. Now, Candice Owen says, I decided to look into her genealogy because why on earth is the world trying to convince me that this woman is suddenly black? Like they just decided she was black because she's running and because there is evidence and it's true that her father grew up in Jamaica. She says your race does not magically change because of where you grew up from. She says, if I grew up in Sweden, I don't get to suddenly say I'm white. Now, I want us to talk about Kamala Harris's claim of being black, which has undoubtedly sparked intense debate, especially with the recent controversies surrounding her ancestry. Now, I have a question. Has identifying as black helped or hindered her political aspirations? Like, has it helped her in any way or something? While some argue it's played in her favor, others believe people genuinely support her regardless of her race. Now, the concept of black identity is complex and multifaceted. Historically, it has been used to describe individuals of African descent, but its definition has evolved over time. In the context of American politics, identifying as black can be a powerful statement, symbolizing solidarity with the Black American community. However, Harris's claim of blackness has been met with skepticism, particularly regarding her connection to her alleged black grandmother. Critics argue that this narrative has been exaggerated or misrepresented for political gain. Do you feel the same way as well? Do you feel this narrative has been exaggerated for her political gain? I feel it's important to consider whether Harris's identification as black has influenced voters' perceptions. I know maybe some may view her as more relatable or authentic due to her professed heritage. Conversely, others might see it as a calculated move to garner support from the African American community. I feel the motivations behind Harris's claim of blackness are unclear. And what's certain is that racial identity remains a pivotal aspect of American politics, influencing voter perceptions and candidate narratives. Now, as the conversation surrounding Harris's ancestry continues, one thing is evident: the complexities of racial identity will remain a crucial factor in shaping political discourse. Now, I don't know what you guys think about this new development, but share your thoughts, your views, your contributions, everything in the comment section, and let's have a conversation there. Thank you for always watching, and see you in my next video as I bring you another interesting video.